Football has its rules, but sometimes the ones who should follow them are the ones deciding to ignore them. And when the whistle becomes a weapon, the game turns into a scam.
Lassen, sucht den Kontakt zu Graham Paul und Niko Kovac.
Fake cards, goals disallowed with no explanation, fouls that only the ref saw. Today, you are gonna see the biggest robberies in football history. Let's kick off with a clash between two giants, Arsenal and Barcelona, round of 16 in the Champions League 2010-11. The first game was 2-1 for the English side. Everything would be decided at the Camp Nou Stadium, but the stage belonged to the referee Massimo Busacca. The match started with heavy tension. Right at 25 minutes, Dani Alves put in a nasty scissor tackle on Nasri in the midfield. That was a clear sending off, but nothing was given. The ref simply ghosted the call. Barca, playing at home, almost opened the scoring. At the 35-minute mark, Villa played Adriano through on the left. The Brazilian fullback charged forward with power. He unleashed a rocket. The ball rattled the woodwork of the Arsenal goal. Almost the first one. At 45 minutes, more chaos after a foul on Jack Wilshere. The fullback Abidal grabbed Van Persie by the neck. Clear violence. Busacca didn't even give a card. Another moment that went unpunished. It was mistake after mistake. In stoppage time of the first half, Messi showed up. The Argentine received it in the box and chipped it lightly over Almunia. Absolute genius goal. Barcelona ahead on the scoreboard. In the second half, around 53 minutes, Arsenal equalized. An own goal by Sergio Busquets off a corner kick. Aggregate score 3-2 for the English side. The game seemed balanced. But at 56 minutes, a moment happened that changed everything. Van Persie was played through on goal, controlled the ball in an offside position, took the shot. Busacca blew the whistle. Second yellow, sent off. Another absurd decision.
Cuidado, peligrosísimo el balón fuera de juego, está anulada. Voy a la calle, se queda con 10 del Arsenal. Vaya chiquillada de Van Persie, y yo no sé si el árbitro también.
Notice that moments before the whistle, Van Persie was already winding up for the shot. Arsenal was down to 10 men. With an extra man, Barca went on the attack. And at 66 minutes, they almost scored another. Messi played Villa through. Face-to-face with Almunia, the keeper came out well. Spectacular save. 2 minutes later, the Arsenal keeper couldn't hold on. Some slick passing play. Xavi received it alone. One-on-one. Finished it into the corner. Second one for Barca. Right after, penalty for Barcelona. Messi took it with class. Third goal. Arsenal eliminated. A controversial game. Refereeing decisions that marked history. Barcelona advanced, and Arsenal was left behind, totally robbed. The next match was supposed to be a banger too. Tottenham Stadium, Premier League 2023-24. Liverpool and Tottenham, two giants. But the officiating stole the show. Right at 25 minutes, midfielder Curtis Jones challenged for the ball with Bissouma. Studs on the opponent's ankle. The referee Simon Hooper gave a yellow, but VAR stepped in and called it a subjective play. The decision was a red card for the Reds player. Sketchy call. Liverpool already at a numerical disadvantage. At 33 minutes, the biggest absurdity of the game. Salah played Luis Diaz clean through. The Colombian invaded the box and smashed it into the bottom corner. Goal for Liverpool, but the flag went up and VAR didn't fix the mistake. A total joke. Liverpool screwed over once again. With the man advantage, Tottenham opened the scoring at 36 minutes. Midfielder James Maddison played Richarlison through on the left. The Brazilian played it into the middle, and Son showed up to finish it. 1-0 Spurs. The first half was ending, but Liverpool didn't give up, so Boschlei crossed from the right. Van Dijk headed it down. Gakpo controlled, turned, and smashed it to bulge the net. Equalizer goal. Liverpool leveled the score. At 68 minutes, more controversy. Diogo Jota fouled the fullback Udogie. Second yellow. Sent off.
Big questions here. Shot has just been booked. Oh, it's getting worse for Liverpool. They're down to 9. His first booking was really unlucky.
Another Reds player sent for an early shower. Liverpool was playing with 9 men on the pitch. Tottenham took advantage. And right in stoppage time, they sealed the deal. Fullback Pedro Porro received it on the right, crossed it into the box. Defender Matip tried to clear it, but he sent the ball into the back of his own net. Own goal, game over, 2-1 Spurs. Simon Hooper and the VAR team were suspended. Liverpool asked for the match to be annulled. Denied. Technology didn't save them. And the result? Wrecked by the ref. Liverpool defeated unjustly. The next game game was the third round of the group stage in the World Cup 2006. Croatia versus Australia. The vibes were tense. Australia needed at least a draw. Croatia would only advance with a win. Everything on the line. The game started electric. Right at 2 minutes. Free kick from distance for Croatia. Fullback Dario Serna set it up and unleashed a bomb into the top bins. What a screamer. No chance for keeper Kala. Croatia 1-0. Qualification was in their hands. But the match was already showing drama. Right after, defender Šimunić took down striker Viduka inside the Croatian box. Stonewall penalty. But unbelievably, referee Graham Poll ignored it, and the game went on.
Und gibt keinen Elfmeter.
Must have been the wind.
Also, hier die Szene. Viduka gehalten von Šimunić. Also, bitteschön.
At the 38-minute mark, another controversy. Defender Stjepan Thomas handled the ball inside the box. This time the ref gave it. Defender Craig Moore took it right down the middle to score. All square, 1-1. The second half promised even more emotions. Around 56 minutes, midfielder Niko Kovac drove through the middle, dribbled past the defense, and finished near the edge of the box. Kalic messed up and the ball went in. Croatia ahead again, 2-1. The game remained balanced. And at 79 minutes came another equalizer. Cross from the right into the Croatian box. Striker Harry Kewell showed up free at the back post and only had the job of tapping it in. Goal for Australia. All square again, 2-2. But the drama didn't stop. And at the very end, one of the most absurd mistakes in World Cup history. Šimunić got a yellow at 61 for a foul on Kewell. Then at 90 minutes, he got a second yellow for another foul. And he stayed on the pitch, even with 2 yellows. Something totally absurd. The ref did nothing. 3 minutes later, the defender complained to the referee and got the 3rd yellow, now finally resulting in a red. Chaos at the end. The draw qualified Australia. Referee Poll was sent home from the tournament. Mistake admitted by Tius FIFA. End of the international career for the English referee. A classic example of how refereeing fails can overshadow the thrill of football. Drama, goals, and controversy. A match no one forgot. The next controversial officiating happened in the quarterfinals of the World Cup 1986. Argentina versus England. Things were heating up. 4 years after the Falklands War, the rivalry went way beyond football. The stage was the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City, and Argentina started dominating possession, controlling the pitch. But the first real chance was for England. Around 12 minutes, keeper Neri Pumpido came out poorly. Striker Peter Beardsley capitalized on the mistake, tried to chip it. Almost no angle. The ball hit the side netting. Almost an English goal. Maradona was inspired. At the 31-minute mark, he was cutting, dribbling, leaving the English defense for dead, but was stopped by a foul. Maradona took it himself. The ball shaved the post. Almost the first one. End of the first half, 0-0. The game promised drama in the second half, and right at 50 minutes, Maradona opened the scoring. An absurd moment. Midfielder Steve Hodge tried to clear it. The ball went backward. Maradona challenged keeper Shilton and clearly used his left hand to score the goal. Yeah, he literally punched the ball into the net. Referee Ali bin Nasser didn't see it. Linesman Dachev didn't flag it. Valid goal. The hand of God. 1-0, Argentina took the lead. A goal that changed the entire history of the competition.
Empieza a cambiar la velocidad, va entre dos, abre para la pared, allá con Valdano Maradona.
5 minutes later, a spectacle. Maradona picked it up before midfield, dribbled past the entire English team, invaded the box, finished with perfection, historic goal. Argentina 2-0. The rest of the game was all England pressure, but the English response only came at 80 minutes. Winger John Barnes crossed from the left. Striker Gary Lineker jumped in the 6-yard box and headed it in to pull one back, 2-1. In the next minute, Argentina almost extended the lead. Maradona found Carlos Tapia on the left. The midfielder cut inside and shot for the corner. Ball hit the post. The result was already decided. Argentina advanced, went to the semifinals, and even won the title. But to this day, this game is remembered. The hand of God goal. The genius and the controversy. The Argentine revenge for the war in the past. History and football intertwined forever. And what happens when a ref doesn't just ruin one game, but several? That's what happened in Germany in 2005. The country's football was shaken. The case became known as the Heuser affair. One of the biggest scandals in the country since the 70s. The main character was Robert Heuser, 25 years old, referee, took bribes, was involved in illegal betting, got a plasma TV, extra perks, fixed matches, tried to influence at least 4 games. Immediate impact on 3 competitions: Regional Liga, Second Division, and the German Cup. Credibility destroyed. The country was hyping up for the World Cup 2006. In the first round of the German Cup, Paderborn versus Hamburg. Heuser wanted the underdog to win. 2 penalties for Paderborn, and he even sent off striker Mpenza from Hamburg for complaining. In the Second Division, LR, Allen versus SV Wacker Burghausen. Heuser gave a sketchy penalty to Allen, which gave the team the win. Scoreboard altered. Bets paid out. SPVGG Unterhaching versus FC Saarbrücken, also in Bundesliga 2. Heuser gave another controversial penalty to Unterhaching, but the shot didn't go in. Result not changed. The attempt to force a draw failed. Heuser confessed, cooperated with the investigations, other refs and players involved. Consequences: banned from football for life, 2 years and 5 months in prison. Similar sentences for the others involved. The German Football Association reacted: deep reforms, strict monitoring of referees, implementation of video use in games. The scandal marked history. Corruption, betting, and fixing exposed. German football would never be the same. And if you watched up to here, smash that like button and also sub to the channel to catch the other part of this series we are making. My name is Christian Castro, and I'll see you in the next video.